Hi. Hey, does anybody else get sick from the smell of pork? Ever since I was little, I mean, I can eat it, but bacon and stuff, I have to just about burn to a crisp. And same with pork chops, and or put like a lot of garlic all over it or something. But Doug had got this bratwurst that was buffalo chicken ranch um, bulk flavor, and it looked pretty good. I thought, oh, some night that'll be good or something. And well, he made some with some eggs while I was outside, and I come back in, and well, like when I was little, actually the first time I cooked pork chops in my marriage too, I was cooking them and had to run into the bathroom, and boy, I lost it. Um, oh, same thing happened today. I couldn't hardly believe it. Mm. I had been outside moving some logs around and stuff. Excellent weight training, by the way. I'm like a 400-pound girl type of um, lift, and I started when I was actually 10 years old, and that was 80 pounds. I would do 10 times, and so that kind of got me going on my weightlifting, which is a good thing because it literally saved my life on the times that I had pulled spinal cord. I used to be in gymnastics, but was doing them while drunk. Don't do gymnastics while drunk. I was doing a round off and pulled out all my stomach muscles and all the ligaments around it, and just if I hadn't kept the rest of me strong all the way around my injuries, and I had a horse fall on me. I had a herniated umbilical cord when I was born. I've pulled my spinal cord an inch and a half in a car accident and couldn't walk. They said I'd never walk again, but I did. And my point is the core strength, like keeping everything. And I even have osteoarthritis from malnutrition, but uh, my muscles keep me going. There's some days where like my nerves will kind of wobble in my spine even, but the strength of my muscles keeps me going, and it's so important. I couldn't stress that enough. Even when I was like sick, I was really sick with the allergies before I had an operation, and um, uh, they didn't know what was wrong with me. But yeah, they lied too. The Center of Disease Control has papers of mine that I printed out, and they tried to call it an unknown fluke, is what they called it. Well, more on that on another time. But anyway, so I was extremely sick, almost dying, but still, like I had taken yoga and stuff when I was younger, and judo, and then progressed into taekwondo and aikido and some other arts, and ballet and gymnastics and like walking on my hands and all that. But if I hadn't done all that stuff in my life and been that active, I would not be walking right now. So, um, anyway, I was really curious. Does anybody else get affected by pork like that? And it hasn't really happened for a few years, but lately I've noticed like oh God, it was like last week. I think Doug was making some might have been brat sausages or maybe pork links, or I don't know what it was. I can't recall right now, but neither here nor there. It's odd, maybe, and I know we're not supposed to eat the cloven hoofs, and perhaps that's a big part of it. And it's 42% of our DNA, and I do believe, if I'm not mistaken. And hmm, it's like cooking a human being. It's like, oh, I just can't. Some days I just can't deal with it. Uh, I don't know if it's just me or oh, what do you guys think? And gals, excuse me, pardon me, ladies. It's such a bad habit, this guys thing, because like we're ladies and gentlemen, hopefully. And even if we swear or get frustrated or something, doesn't mean I don't love you and don't have the respect for you, because this is a swearing type of world. And I do think Christians swear with a repentant heart, if you know what I mean. It's a whole different. It can even sound kind of funny and odd coming out of somebody because you know they're like you, and if they're swearing like that, it's like, well, that's not very, or that don't sound very good, and it doesn't. I think it strikes us all like that, like, um, it's it's vile. I realize that. I will try and be a lot better, and I know I'm good, like around little children and stuff like that. So I mean, I know I can not do it, but I think it alleviates a lot of the frustrations we go through in life, and um, oh, I don't know. I just wanted to ask you about that pork thing because, oh, I took some baking soda and had a couple of aspirins now, and I got my air conditioner on. Feel a little bit better, but holy smokes, that hit me bad. Speaking of smokes, I'm gonna roll some of my cigarettes, and um, a friend of mine does a lot of driving, and I'm gonna tell him a story today. I'm not sure which one. I have a pretty remarkable story about living up on the Great Divide in between Montana, Idaho, and Canada. It was so Lolo Hot Springs. I might tell him the Lolo Hot Springs story.